Welcome to week 3, January 21st through the 25th. So this week, your major task is to post to the discussion board. Your rough draft should be ready by Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and please, when it's ready, post it to the board. Now, for peer review, if you look in the week 3 folder, there is a peer review guide to help you give thoughtful consideration to your peers' papers. It gives you some questions to answer. You can even go so far as to copy and paste that into a document and then just go through and answer the questions for the peer that you're reviewing. Please make sure you have replied to 2 students' papers by Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. So exactly how do you conduct the peer review? This can be a little confusing. So what you need to do is make sure that you're replying to 2 student names that appear directly under your name. For example, if your paper is on top and Sharon Smith is below you and Robert Klein is below her, those are the 2 papers that you're going to conduct a peer review for. If you happen to be the last person in the column of names, go to the very top of the list and conduct a peer review of the first 2 papers on the list. If everybody follows this format, everybody will receive 2 peer reviews, which is our goal. Now, once you have your feedback from your peers, go ahead and continue to write and revise your paper. Remember, you're aiming for 6 to 8 pages, and your paper is due next Friday, February 1st at 5 o'clock. Please submit an update on your work in your journal this week, this Friday, by January 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. Please follow the format you used for the last journal. And I just finished reviewing all of those, and everybody's doing fine with the format. I'm getting a little bit of questions and a little bit of commentary, and I'm getting to look at some of your work, so that's perfect. Remember to keep a folder on your desktop, though, for all of the process work you've done for this paper. This should include all the pre-writing, the drafts. This will come back in the end for the portfolio. So they will actually ask you to upload that pre-writing and process work into the portfolio. So please don't, annotate on top of your rough drafts or change drafts unless you have saved them into this folder first. There is also a document in the week 3 folder called OSEI, and this will provide some direction as you integrate more of your sources into your PSC. I had a few questions about that. So you want to observe, give the source, explain the source, and interpret the source. There's also a PowerPoint located somewhere else. I think it's under the PSEs section of your chapter. And that also talks a little more about how to do this. So OSEI is a good format to use so that you don't end up just stacking source after source. A source is most useful if you can explain the benefit of having the source in your paper in the first place. I also want to direct you back to your little Euler handbook as far as MLA format. I'm noticing that on the drafts you gave me, some of the headings were not in the correct format, and it's only a draft. So make sure when you go to do your final that you do look at things like that. The headings should be exactly in MLA format. Setting sources should be done in MLA format. So please continue to follow that format. And looking ahead, as I mentioned, the final copy of your PSC is due on Friday, February 1st. And then we begin the Unit 2 proposal unit. So we're really kind of moving through this. We've already got our first major paper underway, and the second one begins next week. So if you have any questions, please continue to send me emails. I'm happy to answer those for you. Hopefully you're getting a lot of writing done over the weekend and you're ready for Wednesday. So have a good rest of your week.